so far? Yeah. So, who remembers what Jackson showed yesterday? Some of that underhook single leg stuff. Did he show a far knee pick too? All right, so you have some leg attacks out of the underhook. I spend a lot of time in the underhook too, so I want to focus there as well. This may be a little more fun than that. I have a feet to back move that I want to show. But first, before I do that, I kind of want to show what my positioning is like in this over-under position. Okay, sometimes people call it 50-50, this is what I'm talking about here. I have an underhook, Derek has an underhook. My head's on the same side as the overhook. So we essentially have the same thing, that's why people call it 50-50. My job is to shift this position into mine so I have an advantage. And how I'm gonna do that is by getting his hand off my lap. Right? This hand, everything that Jackson showed you guys yesterday, whether I have hip position or not, if I try to attack this leg and this hand's on my back, Derek's gonna block me. All right? Like, just keep your hand on my back. Yeah, right? If I can't get to this leg, if I can't get to this single, I can't work to get to my snaps, then I have an issue. All right, so I'm kind of just at a stalemate. So for me, once I get this hand off, I can start to take ground. Anybody in here wrestle freestyle? Right, a good amount of us. Right, if I can get this guy to the edge, and I get them to step out, I get a point. In folk style, if I can get them to the edge, get them to get close to stepping out, I'm going to get a stall call. Right, so this is a dominant position once I get this wrist off. I want to dominate the mat, I want to dominate the center of the mat. So when I'm in here, right, instead of staying chest to chest, when I get this hand off, what I'm going to do, well actually first off, the other two parts about this position that are really important is my shoulder position and my elbow. Right, I don't want to underhook like this. Right, if my underhook is up on Derek's shoulder and it's low, he starts whizzing down, puts a ton of pressure on my elbow. All right, and you can get hurt this way. I don't want you guys to do that. So my hand, I like to keep it kind of in the middle of his back, and I want my elbow high, like 90 degrees. All right, now I want my shoulder in the middle of his chest. This is going to allow me to kind of control his body a little bit more and drive when I want to. So I'm in this position to get this hand off. I see a lot of people who are always trying to push this elbow up. If Derek is strong and I just try to push this down, it's going to be inefficient. So instead, I'm going to shift my chest and my weight over to the crease of his elbow, get this arm really heavy. Now this hand's going to snake back, find this wrist, and it's going to be easy to push off. Once I push this off, I can get low, get my chest, my shoulder in the middle of his chest, and start taking ground. That's where it comes into play with the freestyle, getting a point, folk style, getting your stall calls, right? I want to push this guy all over the mat. So again, we're in 50-50. I got to get this hand off. I'm going to shift my weight over. This hand is going to find the wrist. Now I can start taking ground. Notice how my hips aren't out and I'm not walking into it. If Derek is strong here, he's not just going to let me just walk through. I got to get low and I'm driving off my hips. Baby step. All right, it's kind of like I step, I replace. Step, I replace. Alright, I want to take this kind of where I want to get my hips to. So start out, get some reps doing that, find that wrist, take ground, and then once you get that down, we use that to go into our throw. Alright? Next time you guys come in, try to just stay on one side. Alright, let's get it. 1, 2. Here we go, last part here.